Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am your host, Empress Star. Thank you for joining me today. And one thing I wanted to talk about today, while you're new on your soul journey, is soul ties and creating soul ties and understanding exactly what a soul tie is and how to differentiate between a soul tie and love or lust, because all of these go hand in hand, and it's very important that you be aware of what you are participating in. Okay, so a soul tie is more so a bond that you create by pretty much sleeping with another person or having, I guess I could say, sexual intercourse with another person. I don't know the censorship on YouTube, but basically that's what a soul tie is. It's like your energies start to combine. It's like a give and take, or it could be that a person could just be taking from you. Again, in my very first video, I talked to you about energy vampires and how people will play into your energy because they sense it. And another way that they can do this is by creating a soul tie with you. So you need to be aware of making sure that the people that you allow in your sacred space and that you perform certain acts with are good people or of a good spirit. Lust, a very strong sexual desire. Now, it's very easy to confuse lust with love, because lust is like a pulling. It's like you're being so pulled and so drawn to somebody, and you really don't understand why, and you know that you don't know them enough to want to do the things that you want to do with them, but it's there. That's lust. Love, when I think about love, I feel like sometimes words cannot express exactly what love is. It's an experience. It's just a feeling that you will have, and it transcends beyond space and time and actions and words. Like, I feel like it's a being. Love is a being. I feel like it's just the most beautiful thing in the world, and it's the strongest thing in the world. It can drive out anything, and you will know when you have love in your life. You can feel it. It's a knowing for sure, and you can't really express why certain things are the way that they are, or you feel the way that you feel about a particular person. And how this plays a part in your journey is because we can fall in love or have love for people who really don't mean us well. And sometimes it's not necessarily that we meant to do it. It's just that sometimes these things just happen and we can't control it, and we have to understand why we're in the particular situation that we found ourselves in, and take a look at what caused this to happen. Because truth be told, if you are in love or is experiencing love, then I'm pretty sure you have a reason why you're attached to this person, or the reason why you were drawn to this person. A lot of times what we don't understand is that when we are drawn to certain people, it's a certain thing that's in them that we recognized, that we want, that we see in ourselves, or that we have. Excuse me, I got kind of distracted. There's people walking out here. But anyway, there's things that I could see, that I know that I have, that I will be attracted to, that another person has. And it could be a good thing, and it could be a bad thing. It can play against our codependencies if we haven't healed all of those. And no one is ever truly healed. So therefore, we're not going to sit right here and act like everybody is healed, because we're not. Okay, we're gonna be real with ourselves. But one thing that does help is limiting who you do create a soul tie with. You don't want to create a soul tie with just anyone. You have to start being very protective over your energy and over your life's purpose. Now, mind you, you may not really necessarily know exactly. Sorry, the video got cut off. I got attacked by a spider. But anyway, you may not necessarily be aware right now of what your purpose actually is. You still might be at the very beginning of your journey, especially if this is something that is helping you. But always feel free to come back to these videos at any time, because you never know, if you've missed something or, whatever. When you don't know your purpose and you're trying to find out your purpose, it's I would suggest, and this is sometimes going through certain hardships when it comes to relationships, it just depends on how God is teaching you or what he's using to teach you. Like in my situation, it was relationships, and a relationship is what put me on my spiritual journey, and that's where I learned most of my lessons from. Those are the lessons that I had to come back and learn from this lifetime. And you need to learn what are yours. Like, what is it that's a reoccurring thing in your life that keeps you, I guess, kind of stumbling, and it seems like you always have to work towards. Like, that's something that's probably being used to help you ascend on your journey. And you need to be aware of creating certain type of soul ties, or being lustful, or going after the wrong things, simply because it can take you off your soul's journey. It can delay you. And also, again, people will steal from you. Okay. And another number one way a person can steal from you, and it will be the person that you very well think will not ever steal from you, is through sex. So let's just be aware. Okay. So be mindful of who you connect with, and always take care of yourself. Do what you have to do that you feel like that God is telling you to do when it comes to taking care of yourself and keeping up your spiritual hygiene. That's another way to, I would say, to lessen the strength of a soul tie, to weaken a soul tie, and especially with a person that you really don't need to be with. Okay, so be mindful of sex magic and things of that nature, and we'll get into that on the next episode, and I will talk to you later. Peace.